Tuberculosis. I don't know how I feel about that one.
Okay, so we are back for round one of our draft. We have a red-black aggro deck. And would we like to play first? The answer to that is yes.
Yeah, well, we do have a lot of removal. But no, we absolutely do. All right.
So this is actually, I consider this a very close hand given our deck.
Mm-hmm.
We have 11 lands left in the deck.
We'll have 10 after we crack
10
wilds,
after we crack wilds on turn 2. I am concerned about this hand getting there, and I think it's coin flipped on whether you mulligan or not.
Okay. I'm
How do you feel?
gonna tip the coin over to the keep.
Okay.
I think that the fact that we'll have a Fire Slinger early, and there's a lot of stuff that we can draw that's good. Like there's not, unless we keep drawing lands. These are, pretty much anything in our deck is going to be a happy draw. But we could draw lands and lose. I do acknowledge that possibility. We do not want to see the double strike deck here.
No. Double strike's pretty good against
Although I guess...
What do you do?
Okay,
Sunlands?
they Sunlands this.
Wilds,
Yep, wilds.
and we'll yield.
I've honestly just started cracking the wilds right away. Just because I've had more loss of value in forgetting to crack the wilds than I have in waiting. Okay.
We're going to burst lightning that.
I think so. Yeah, that puts out things that gets in the way of what we're wanting to do. Perfect. See, this is where I start getting ragey, is when my opponent plays Burst Lightning, Burst Lightning, Burst Lightning.
Yeah. Well, they were passed to us.
Yep. No, I'm not saying that we did anything wrong. It's just, on the other side of this does not feel great. I think we might want to trade fairly aggressively here. If the guy has some sort of affinity deck, keeping him off of Metalcraft is fairly important. I mean, obviously we can't trade with that, so I'm happy to see that.
So we can pump and fire.
Pump once? Yep. Fire Sling. Yep.
And we'll do it now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on.
What?
He could have Vapor.
Oh, yeah, yep,
So
yep.
hold on. Let's. Okay.
Do we even...
So do how much? So I think we. Let's. So here's the thing: if we attack and pump, and he Vapor Snags,
I don't think we pump.
So we just attack.
Yep, I think we just attack.
No
and then we have Burst Lightning up still.
Okay, and I think that's the right play.
Yep.
So we'll go.
Yep.
Okay.
Because there's a fairly good chance that he plays something that we want to Burst Lightning.
Fire Slinger.
Mm-hmm.
Say okay.
That was a good catch. I wouldn't have caught that.
And it's I don't want to say it's a blowout, but it's a huge.
No, it's a
huge tempo
hit.
swing. If we pay 3, he bounces it, and then we can't replay it. So
sure.
Yeah, we can't Burst Lightning.
No,
it,
that's not.
We can next turn.
Yeah.
It's also not the worst for us.
We could also trade.
I don't think we want to trade because
Okay.
we can Burst Lightning.
Sure. Yep.
And keep doing damage.
And now next turn we could Burst Lightning. Did we miss a Goblin?
Nope.
No.
He was summoning sick. This is
Okay.
the first time
Okay.
we could have done it.
He might not attack now, knowing that we can trade. Golem is a bit of a problem for our deck.
It is. Fairy Mechanist.
That's one of the reasons that keeps me wanting to play this deck. Like, one of the few reasons that I want to play the Affinity deck is Mechanist. But just don't hit a... Oh, was that whiff? I think he whiffed.
He has no revealed cards,
Yeah.
so it's a whiff. He should attack, yeah.
So we take 5 here and then Burst Lightning his Fairy and then...
No, why is Fairy?
Well, next turn we could swing for a bunch.
That's not a
For
bunch.
7. Because we pump twice.
All right, we should talk about it.
Okay.
Now. So let's get through combat. We can wait till
Mhm.
end of turn. Okay. So we're doing this.
Mhm.
So we could burst lightning here.
Yep.
Double pump to do 7, which takes him to 10.
Yep.
So the question is that better than getting the golem off the board, which is doing 5 a turn to us? He probably has to hold the golem back at that point.
Yeah, I could see the value in both.
What's our best chance to win the game? We have a lot of burn we could draw off the top.
Yep.
I guess killing the golem.
Also, any of our creatures trade with the golem. Like if we have to stop the bleeding, as long as we can keep that inner flame, we can stop the bleeding later. But yeah.
So what is our best chance to win the game? How are we going to win this game? We have to have a game plan for winning. So if we draw a land,
Mm-hmm.
we can burst lightning either of them next turn. No, we couldn't because we'd want to double pump.
Yeah.
If we drew a creature or a threat, we probably wouldn't double pump and want to build out our board more. So I think, given that information, I think burst lightning on the fairy is correct.
Okay.
Okay,
There,
and now
yeah.
that's a great draw. So we're going to swing
Yep.
for, let's see if we can, I'm going to do this now. We cannot pump.
Right.
And so we're just going to attack here, we'll hold him back.
Yeah, bounce is pretty good here against us, but I think that this makes the race a lot more comfortable.
And the pump ability on the lifelink is really good.
Yep. Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
we will not trade if he offers it with the golem here.
No.
Hopefully he does not have arrest.
Yeah.
Balance is good. Arrest, Sunlance is not good from the white perspective.
Mhm.
Dismember is good.
Yeah, I mean he likely Well, that'll
That's
eventually
okay,
stop
yeah.
us, but not before we get we turn the race further in our favor.
Yeah. And I do if he does not attack with the golem, we swing with these two guys. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this because we'll take a trade because he's gonna start tapping something down.
Absolutely. And if he's sitting there tapping, like we're drawing to our burn that finishes that off.
Yep. So we attack here. Do we attack with the slinger? Because you can block it. I guess. Are we okay with that?
I'm okay with that, honestly. So if he has no board and we have no board, or we'll have at least something left.
Yep.
So
he could. Let's see. His most likely block is here, and if we attack with Fire Slinger, he would block here.
Yep.
We pump twice to kill this,
Mhm.
gain 6, and he goes to 10, and we have a guy.
Yeah.
And
we have a guy that can trade with a lot of stuff.
And they get first strike if
Yeah.
we get to 9 mana.
We're 2 away from that.
Okay. So we're going to attack with the team.
Mm-hmm. And he might not trade. I think it's the correct play to trade, but
Bounce would be bad, but it would be bad for us at any point.
yeah, exactly. I'm really happy with.
Pausing.
What?
He's pausing.
Yeah, that's why I was wondering what he was pausing for.
Okay.
I'm
so-
super happy with that, though. Like, now...
And I think we play the land because of this guy.
Yep. He
He probably wants to. He really has to keep the white mana open now. I guess he's got the sphere. Well, now he probably doesn't have to worry about it with the second white.
There's still cards that definitely get him back into this, but we have him...
Yeah.
He has 7 turns.
We have a lot of burn.
Yep, and we have another slinger. Or we have a bunch more slingers that can really eat into that clock.
If he wants to pay white, he might be stuck here, not being able to play anything, which would be good for us because
Well, and we
we're
can...
at 9 lands left in the deck. So hopefully, And Boros Garrison's, I guess, not the worst because that gets us closer to 9, or the 9 mana here. Okay.
Yeah.
We can still use this ability, which could be relevant on a 3/1 first strike goblin.
Yeah.
And the tapping of this is irrelevant.
Yep.
So we just have to make sure not to auto yield. Come on, gas. Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I guess there's not a whole lot of haste in this format, but, well, we're getting closer.
So yeah, we're actually still really not in bad shape. We do need to draw something instead of our 9th land. Okay, now we still need to draw something.
Yep. Attack.
Comet Storm off the top wins.
Yeah. If he doesn't have any counters.
It's an instant. Should we wait to see if he taps out for something? There's no reason to cast it right now.
Right.
Zero reason.
Yep. Yeah, might as well. Slow his roll.
Well, it's not even a slow roll. It's the right play.
Yeah.
He can't keep doing 1 damage a turn to us. I mean, he can, but that bodes well for us.
Yeah.
We're not going for it.
No. Sickle Slicer. Yeah, and the thing is, like, we're going to find out if he has a counter spell pretty quick. Though this one doesn't find out if he has Mana Leak or not.
Right.
But, I mean... And I guess he can just... His plan could be to just keep tapping it down until we find another threat. But
Stoic Rebuttal, I guess, would be the more likely counter you would have in the Affinity deck.
Mm. Well, we're almost... Wait, well, shouldn't we attack first or try to attack, I suppose?
And because this is lethal right now, and if he taps out for anything, I don't think we play the Garrison until we get another land.
Right. Or another creature. Oh, wait, right, okay, because that would put us 1, 2... So next turn we'd be able to... But yeah, never mind. And it's not... Common Storm isn't like a...
Doesn't help us that much, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Doesn't give us the information we want, I should say.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, we're really waiting for him to do something.
Mm-hmm. Come on, tap that button. 1 more blue. Okay.
So that's good. He could have Mana Leak.
Yep.
But he'll probably crack Map at the end of his turn, or at the end of our turn, and that's when we can go for it, I think.
Yeah, if he doesn't, then we know he has Mana Leak, or he's missed a trigger, I suppose.
And even if we draw a spell here, I think we pass. Right? We wait
Yep,
to see
yep,
because he's going to
yep,
try to crack
yep.
the map. And he has no idea we could have Comet Storm here.
Yeah. Come on, crack it, buddy. Should we put a stop on our end? Okay. Nope, we just
Gotcha.
We put a stop to him. Yeah. I think. Nope, that unselected it. So, yep, there you go.
X is 8. Oh my god, this better not screw up.
No, okay. This is the worst.
This
Okay,
is the worst
So
spell.
hit cancel.
Undo.
Okay.
Undo.
Yeah, and of course I mean, you did everything right, but that is a stupid way to...
Sorry, man, you're dead. But
Yeah, no, I mean, okay.
X is 6.
Yep.
Okay. Play red, red.
That's not how other spells work in Magic Online.
So, yeah, that worked out really well for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah.
what we wanted him to happen there.
I really wish he would show us his hand so
Yeah.
we can see if he has the counter spell or not.
Yeah.
That
We played around the counterspell perfectly. That's exactly what we wanted to do.
yeah, that was
He's got... What did he have? He had a lot of artifacts. So, realistically, this isn't... Despite the fact that he's white and blue, I don't know how good this is.
yeah. I mean, it's gonna hit something.
He has 2 stun lances, so this is a potential... But I feel like...
I do think Combust should go in.
You think so?
I think so.
What did we see? We saw Blinding Soul Eater.
Yep.
We saw
Oh,
Skyreach Man.
The only thing that
we saw Mirror Smith.
saw that we would hit is the Mirror Smith and then the
What would you then what would you cut?
the fairy.
What would you cut? Because all of our other burn hits face too.
Mm-hmm.
So we're really saying we really need
Husk or Carapace, because we're not. I mean, I don't think that we're going to be losing fights to him. Again, I'm not feeling strongly about this, but
Okay, so you're not feeling strongly.
that I mean,
I think the only target we saw was Mirror Smith, and all of our burn
and
kills
the
that.
Artificer, the
Not for
fairy mechanist. That's
Fairy
it.
Mechanist. Okay, so you're right. So there was a second target, Fairy Mechanist.
I just don't know if you can put a deck together without more than 2 targets, but
I'm okay with this.
yeah, I just
You okay
don't
with
see it. I am okay with that. I don't see us rumbling all that much with him anyway.
I think we need an extra 1-drop to turn these things
Okay,
on too.
sure.
So
Yeah. And that common store was lucky draw. We had a lot of draws there.
this is fine.
Great hand.
Yeah, yeah. This is even
Yep,
colors
exactly.
first, basically. So we'll So with the Combust in and with the 2 mana, basically we'll target his first target. I think, unless it's absolutely terrible.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Wait, the first target will combust
First-
it?
The first white or blue target
Yeah,
he
oh yeah.
uses.
Yep. Yeah.
Especially with Burst and Lightning,
Yep.
we can kill any of his other creatures with these. It's a fine draw.
Yeah, absolutely. We still need 1 more land, but we have a lot of time to get it. I would hate to play against our deck.
There's the Mirror Smith, so we're going to combust that.
Mm-hmm. Combust it like it's hot.
So now we want lands.
Mm-hmm. I think we could miss a land drop for a turn.
We could miss a couple land drops. Yield and summon return.
I would prefer not to.
I just yielded and
Yep.
return. And now we are not yielding until I did okay here? Really? Hold on. Alright. Now I'm not yielding till
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we can afford to miss land drops with our burn.
Can we check the stream, make sure we're not dropping frames? I just want to make sure it's not my internet connection.
Okay.
There we go. So
Sickle Slicer?
okay.
Sickle Slicer?
Sickle Slicer indeed. Yeah.
Are we okay?
We're dropping a few frames, but yeah, just slice it up.
And he's F6, so.
Okay.
So we've not had the super aggro starts, but all this burn
No.
is just so good.
It's
Arresting
on
the
the
germ? Or can he target? No, it's a creature.
and
You
that,
just
that could have
move.
turned off the Fire Slinger.
Yeah.
Wait, no, you can. Isn't arrest?
Enchant creature.
Okay.
It says right there, enchant
Okay.
creature.
Yeah.
Right?
All right. Wasn't there? Is arrest from Mirrodin Black?
It is.
Okay.
Okay.
I thought there was something like that that also does artifacts, but
And ping.
another
Land?
land. Nope. Black.
So
Let's-
we're going to Gambit.
Yep.
And hit a wild, so that's actually really good. Proliferate.
Well,
Nothing to proliferate.
Yep.
We haven't played a land. That's
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Now's kind of the time to do it. It would have been nice to hit another red. But
Exactly,
we need
yeah.
the black, so
Yeah.
and I'm just going to do this now.
Yep.
He knows we're on these colors anyways. We're not hiding information.
That makes our hand pretty spicy.
So I think we're going to start probably with the Minotaurs, yes. And let's do this now. Let's see, he's tapped out for the turn. Unless we want to play like, there's Wraths. What could he Wrath? He'd have all his dust.
Yeah, well, we know
was
all
one
of dust
is-
is in the...
So what we could do is ping, Bat, Slinger, Husk,
I'd rather just...
or say deal with this.
I'd say deal with that. It is only one threat, but it's a must answer. And the other ones, like, this one doesn't have evasion, unlike the other ones, which we can, keep doing it even if you make
Sure.
the stabilization play. We're also up to 8 burn in hand.
That's fine.
Yep.
It's going to try to do like a Manta next turn, which would be not great. Pillory.
Okay.
Can't attack or block. Okay.
Yep. I think we can just always yield to that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. And we can bat.
Yeah, Berserker Bat. He is getting up to...
If he all his dust, we lose the Minotaur, which is fine. So really, I don't think we have to worry about
Yep.
playing it. We've got more cards
Right.
in hand. We've got burn. We can get a fire sling. Yeah, so
Yep.
I think we're good.
Yep, yeah. And we're putting him in a real bad spot. Like, he needs all his dust. Which is it is at the table.
It could be right. It is
And
at the table.
it's fine.
It could be in his deck.
Yeah, it's graded in his deck.
We also keep Sickle Slicer on the board.
Yep. Yeah, and next turn we follow... we immediately come back with a 3/3. Here comes the dust. Yep.
Is that it? Do we call it?
Yep.
Yeah.
But we're still ahead of him on cards.
So sling,
Mm-hmm.
sling, flare husk.
Yep.
And keep up a red.
Yep.
So yeah, we're actually these guys doing 2 a turn, and we have
8.
7. This
7?
is
Oh, it's only 4?
4.
Okay.
Second all his dust.
Crusher.
Crusher's good.
Crusher's... Yeah. Well, we can... If we draw a land, we can... 3 for 1 ourselves. Or...
Yeah, we can just Spite Bellows Bolt.
Yeah.
Spite Bellows Burst Lightning.
Yeah. It's not ideal, but... I mean...
That's what we want
Yep.
to do, though.
Yeah, it's what we want to do. It's the best play we have.
And we want to Burst Lightning or
Bolt.
I think we actually want to bolt.
because 1 more mana makes us
Exactly.
extra damage.
Yep. And we're so close to that.
And we attack with Flare, with
Mhm.
Germ.
Yeah, so this guy's fighting us, but we're still in pretty good shape, I think. He has lots of big drops that he, any of them can...
So he was, he was ramping. There's no ramp in the deck though besides the spheres, which
Right.
is interesting. Another Crusher would be very good for him.
Yep, use that.
And using Arrests on our Slingers
Mhm.
is fine.
Nice.
So we can go...
So we could
Or
either...
we could just equip.
we could either equip or use the igniter.
Let's equip.
Well, okay. That's more damage this turn. The igniter is a lot more damage the turn after. But-
You're right. Are we worried about... We're not really playing around a second All Is Dust. There's no White Wrath. He would counter this, but that's fine because he'd counter anything and it would be his last card.
Mhm.
Okay. Cancel. Let's attack.
Yeah, if he puts a big threat down, this play is worse, but it's only 2 damage worse as opposed to threatening, I think.
He was out 6.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, just raw dogging an 8-drop is pretty aggressive. Okay, there's the second sphere.
So, is paying 3...
If we swing with a Fire Slinger, that's
1 more damage.
Yeah.
It's probably worth it.
I would think so.
To do the extra damage that over equipping the Sickle Slicer.
Yeah. Yeah.
He can't. I mean, he would have played anything at this point, right? So.
I think we want to try and get his life total as low as possible.
The burst is 4 damage. We want to get him to burst range.
Exactly. And, over a number of turns, the Sickle Slicer equipping now and then pumping later will be more damage. But I feel like we gotta, make hay while the sun is shining, as it were.
Wow.
What?
You only hear that on the Charging Badgers stream.
What's wrong with saying make hay while the sun is shining?
It's probably a very Wisconsin-y thing.
Wisconsin doesn't have hay.
What
Wisconsin
are you
has...
so now he's at burst lightning range. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
So he needs to gain a bunch of life here. Or die. And is it going to scoop?
Yep, scoops.
So that was really interesting in that we're a really aggressive deck, and both this game in particular, we just grinded out through with
removal. We got no doubt we got very lucky with the Spite Bellows draw. Yep. It would have been a super close game if we because
it would have turned off Burst Lightning, but I think we could have been okay because it has to attack each turn if able, and we have one free dummy sack in the Goblin.
Yeah.
And then...
Well, he arrested this after we killed him.
Oh, did we? Okay, that's right. Sorry, I'm having trouble reconstructing the game.
Had he used the arrest at any point, it would have been a free sack on something.
Yeah.
So we no doubt we got lucky with the Spite Bellows. So
I'll be back.
I'll certainly count that. But otherwise, we just ground him out with removal. He had to answer these. Having to spend removal on Fire Slingers is really great for us. Played into intentionally the All Is Dust, which was fine. Ended up being fine for us. Because otherwise he could have held on to that, played his Crusher, and then by the time we tried to answer the Crusher, he could have All Is Dusted. So I think that was correct to basically say, have the All Is Dust or die with our having a stacked hand at that point. So really great first match for us. So really happy with the way the deck performed. Having so much burn really is... a good feeling, if you will. We didn't even draw our Confidant. Our Confidant would have been nuts that game, except for unless we revealed the Spite Bellows, because I think everything we drew was Flare Husk, Fire Slingers, etc. We would have just been ripping off the top.